Hey, Isaiah here at Lancaster County Marine. Today I'm in our serious fishing department. We're looking at the most serious fishing kayak in stock right now. This is the Autopilot series built by Old Town. So what makes these boats special? Well, there's too many things to just make it a simple explanation. So this boat was delivering extreme performance this past year for anglers, and it was voted as the ICAST 2020 Best of Show, Best New Product. When a boat gets voted like that, there's definitely something special about it. So for today, what I've done in our showroom here, we have all four Autopilots on display here. The Autopilot 120s right here in the Ember Camo and Photic. We have the Ember Camo and Photic in the 136s. All those colors are in stock right now that we could sell. But what I've done is I've dropped a battery into this 120 and Photic here. Want to show you just a basic video, simple instructions on how this works. Look, I've spent 5 minutes playing around with this boat before this video, and I'm going to tell you that if I dropped this on the water, I would know what I'm doing. So it's not rocket science. If you buy one of these boats, you get it in the mail. Controllers already come with your batteries in it, so all you got to do is really drop a battery in the boat and get it on the water and get going. So a couple things we're going to look at here. This is powered by Minn Kota. This is a saltwater ready motor, 2-year warranty from Minn Kota in Old Town right there, which is very impressive. This motor right here has 45 thrust pounds to it. Now on my digital display right here, it gives me, I can power this motor on. I'm going to have plus and minus on here. Goes the whole way up to 10, being your full speed, full power. And it drops down in the half a digit, so it'll tell me like, you know, 8.5, 8. Steering gives you left and right arrows on here, okay? So again, fully you can see that I can steer. So if I wanted to go backwards, now I'm going backwards. I've steered it far. When the arrows on the motor right here are aligned, you're going straight ahead. It's important to remember in case you needed to. The most impressive thing about these motors though is that you have the spot lock anchor button on the controller right there. So it's right dead center at the bottom right there. I know you can't see it in the video, but it's simple enough. You just hit that anchor button. It holds you within 5 feet of your coordination of where you're at on the water. So what that means is you'll see this motor doing its thing, moving around. You guys already know this. You guys know that bass boats, this technology has been there for years from Minn Kota. Now they've made it that it's on a kayak, which is impressive. Okay, so other cool things that you got to note on the kayak here. Let's come in and take a closer look at things and I'll explain a little. Battery life. So when you want to see what the battery life is, you hold the button down. You can see right there it lights up showing. If it only lit up the left side, you'd see you're near empty. There's halfway, there's full. So right now I have a full battery. It's a brand new 27 grade marine battery that I dropped in this morning. Important things for operating the motor. When you initially turn the controller on, it's going to tell you that the iPilot is not connected. Okay, it's not connected until you make a magnetic connection between these 2 points right there. That's one of 2 safety points. Okay, number one, they're doing that because we don't want to put our hands in here. Like any of us would do that, but if you have fish line stuck around the prop and you bring it up to work on it, it's important to note that you are safe to work on it, because right now it is telling me that the motor's not found because those connections are not made, even though I still have it plugged in there. The other connection over here, see this right there? That's like a kill switch. Okay, it's another one of those. So you have a manual kill tether that you can tether onto your life jacket, and that has to be plugged in. You have to have both of those connections for you to run the motor. If one of those is broken, it will not run. It's a cool feature to have. So the motor, let's talk about that. Coming off of the boat, how do you do this? Simply, you have this little kind of keyed slot right there. Not really the right words, but you know what I'm saying. Unplug the wiring over here. They actually give you a sticker that says top, but honestly, you can't mess it up. There's a flat spot on the plug, so it always has to line up with the flat in the recessed plug in the boat. And then when you go to take this off, you got a handle right here to grab, and you want to basically take this metal stainless steel on the front and you kind of squeeze that forward, remove the motor right off of there. So that can be stowed in the vehicle for transportation. Okay, simple enough. When you want to reconnect it, drop it in, lock it in place, and then you're going to set up that key again, and we're going to plug our motor in right here. Okay, so once she's plugged in, operation for pulling the motor down is all done right here. Heard that beep beep beep. Autopilot found, just like that. There's an app you can download on your phone as well to operate this thing. Cool. Move it around a couple times for you to see it. It's a very cool system, guys. This is going to be the wave of the future. We can feel it. You know, Hobie's built the Pro Angler for many years. The Pro Angler 360s are a hot fishing kayak on the market. There's some other brands out there building some quality fishing kayaks, but I'll tell you right here, this is American built quality, lifetime on the plastics and the hull of this boat, and 2 years on the motor for the warranty. Now, talk about stability and performance. So the autopilot is, people rave about the stability in this, and why is that? The design underneath this boat is similar to a pontoon boat. They call it a double U hull design. So those double U's give you tremendous stability, and the nice flat floor with the EVA padding inside the boat gives you a flat surface to stand on and not snag your feet on anything. Really sweet setup. The only thing that I can tell you is if you're going to be loading this boat heavy, you know, let's say 400 or 500 pounds of weight in this boat, you might want to buy some scupper valves to plug those holes up. And you want to get the half scupper valve. It's a half size, short size, so it fits down in the hole and you're not stepping on plastic when you're moving around and standing up. Great kayak for standing up and fishing though. You notice I was steering the motor when I was operating it, so you can do that right in your controller. That's going to do all your steering, okay? But if you chose to, you do have a rudder on this boat as well. So Old Town's done it that you could technically power this motor on in forward or reverse and use your rudder with your feet to do all your steering. So that's what these guys are for here. These are all adjustable for your leg length, of course. And simple deployment of your rudder. You want to make sure your rudder blade is freed up from that transportation shock cord. And then you're going to go over here. If you can see that, deploy the rudder down. Left goes left, right goes right. You're kind of pushing on both like that. And that is the very effective way of steering the boat as well. But I will tell you, most guys like the idea of steering with just hitting a button on their controller. Nice thing is the controller comes with a little lanyard so you can hang it around your neck. When you're standing up and fishing, you can steer your boat in different directions you want to go as you're standing up and casting. So it really is like you're casting from a bow platform on a bass boat, which is very impressive. Other things that we can talk about on this boat, let's talk about your fishing setup here, how Old Town set it up. So you've got your long gear tracks on either side here that'll accept all your Yak Attack, Yak Gear, those type of brands in, you know, rod holders, fish finder mounts, things like that. You're going to have 2 forward-facing rod holders on the autopilot. Those are angled forward. So left or right hand, whichever hand you're fishing, casting with, and if you want to stow a rod there and work on a fish, you can easily do that. In the back here, you're going to notice we have 2 flush mounts back here as well. While we're looking back here, you're going to see there's a nice cover plate that's included. If you chose to cover up where the Minn Kota trolling motor is and take this boat out and use a traditional paddle with it, you could do that and keep that hole protected and covered. That comes with the boat from the factory. Other important things, I'm going to have you move around this side of the boat here and look. As you're looking, you're going to notice 2 gear tracks in the back here, as well as a big cargo area in the back that we have bungees at. Another note to make, there is 2 handholds on the back here for lifting the boat from the stern, and on the port side right here, you have a shallow water anchor mount for a micro power pole if you would choose to do that. Looking on the side here, this is an awesome feature. Open that up, you have storage for wallet, cell phone keys, little hooks, things like that, you know, fish pliers. If you want to keep things close but have them stowed away, you can go right there. By the way, the seat, fantastic comfort seat. Okay, this seat is extremely comfortable and padded and supportive. It's a lawn chair seat that you could be in all day and fish. If you're fishing dusk to dawn, sorry, dawn to dusk, if you're doing dusk to dawn, it might not make sense. Some of you might do that though. But if you're fishing from the morning to night, okay, this seat is a seat that'll last you all day long on the water. You have 2 positions you can put it in. You'll notice that they give you 2 sets of clips on the boat right here. So if you chose to mount the seat a little bit lower, you could slide it into those little clips that are lower and fasten the seat in place. By the way, where does the battery store? This is very smart from Old Town. When we go into here, a couple things we'll notice. This is where a battery stores. There is a simple reset on there. If you would blow the breaker on the battery, you can simply reset that breaker. Battery plugs in right here, so it can be disconnected, and the whole tray and case, I should say, can come out of the boat, which is nice. That way you can take it in the garage and put a trickle charger on it and keep it strong. You do have a storage compartment right here as well that you can access inside the boat for running wiring and cabling. If you do a fish finder on here, you're obviously going to have your transducer wiring that you're going to be running inside the boat. And they have this boat fish finder ready. I won't go into too much info on that, but to make it simple, this is already done up that you can run your wiring up through for the head unit. There's a spot actually in the front here down below for the transducer and such. So it's a very easy boat to run a fish finder on, and if you have questions on that, you can ask us as well. Other things as we move up through the boat here, you're going to notice they give you some different, compartments on the sides here. The Old Town's doing that because why not mold it in that you can set small trays, tackle trays, tools, things like that. Set them in there vertically that you can easily grab them when you're on the water. When you look up front here, they give you a small hatch. Really, they're doing that small hatch so you can actually reach inside the boat and handle running the wiring for your transducer. So that's why they do that. Bow handle on the front, side handles on the sides. Cup holders are right where the handles are right there. And you may have noticed under the seat when we were there, there was a tackle tray. Old Town includes that with the Sportsman line, so all the autopilots come with that as well. So that is a walkthrough. I said simple, but this video is going on because this boat has so many features to it, but that is a simple walkthrough of the Autopilot series. If you want to see them on the water, this is not the video to watch. Watch some guys that are fishing from these on the water and then give our store a call and pick up an Autopilot today. We have them in stock in the 120 series, in the Ember Camo and the Photic. We have the 136 Autopilots in stock in the Ember Camo and Photic. And guys, the biggest thing with these boats is trailer options. We have trailer options. If you haven't checked out the Trailblazer Kayak trailers that we sell here at the store, visit our website, lcmboating.com, click on the Trailblazer, read through all that information and learn about how a quality trailer is built for a kayak. And these guys warrant that. If you got a truck bed, that also works, and some guys do them on the rooftop. You're only going to do it a couple times, I'll tell you, but you can do it to get it home on the rooftop, and we can help you guys load up. So give us a shout if you guys have questions on these boats. Our phone number is 717-859-1121. Again, our website, lcmboating.com, to learn more information about Lancaster County Marine. Thanks for sticking around and watching this video, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel.